rate from a good salesperson, what would y'all think it would be? A, the best icebreaker. 2, the best sales technique. 3, or C, that's what I really wanted to say. The best trainer, or D, none of the above.
None of the above.
I say D.
D, none of the above. Exact. Who said that first?
I said.
Okay, one clap for him. Exactly. I thought somebody was gonna choose the best trainer. I thought somebody was gonna choose that. But yes, it's none of the above. Why? Because the number one thing you need to have is grit. Okay? Do anybody know what grit is? Y'all know what grit is? Somebody, what's grit?
Basically like effort or that say so in your mind just to like tell yourself you're gonna go above and beyond.
Rose to the obstacles.
Okay. Gabby, what's grit?
It's like your drive or your work ethic.
Right, so according to Google, grit is the courage, the strength of character, okay? That's the key thing about grit. It's the strength of character. So yeah, that may all tie into having grit, but grit is the strength of character, okay? And how do we have the strength of character? It's the best mindset, okay? Right, in this business, it is a lot about our mind when we're out on the field, not so much of the mechanical things. The techniques is how we feel and how we think. That's the number one thing when we get on that field, okay? So I'm gonna give y'all 4 tips to use today moving forward on the habits of a mentally tough salesperson, okay? I'm gonna erase this.
All that hard work.
Oh, y'all took these notes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, I'm gonna. Where that marker?
In your hand. I thought you.
Here.
Yeah.
I thought I saw you.
Mentally.
I'm gonna give y'all 4 tips, okay, of habits of a mentally tough salesperson. Okay?
I like that. It's all about the mentality.
It's all legit.
Talk to us next week.
Alright. So, the first tip of a mentally tough salesperson is to set real goals. Okay? That's the first habit.
Your goal setter.
And the key word is obviously real, right? We could all have high expectations, big goals, right? But we want to have measurable goals, right? So if you never did quota, why are you trying to double? And I'm not saying don't try to double, but what I'm saying is you have another task in it before you double, right? You never hit quota before. Focus on hitting quota, then once you hit quota, you focus on doubling it. Right? That's what I mean by setting real goals. Like, be truthful to your own process, right? Just because beta double, you want to set your goal like, oh, I'm about to double like beta. That's cool for your long-term goal. Your short-term goal right now is to hit your quota like beta first. Then you could double like beta. You understand? Right? So, also what they do, mentally tough salespeople, right? As soon as they get close to achieving a goal, what they do is set another goal, right? They don't stop right here. That's the difference. They set another one, right? Mentally tough salespeople, they seek challenges. You want to know why they seek challenges and not run away from challenges? Because they know it's the challenges that's going to make them tougher, right? Challenges would make you stronger, right? Because once you overcome that challenge, then obviously it's not a challenge anymore, right? You got to find a new challenge. All right. The second thing that mentally tough salespeople do is practice awareness. Carl, what you think I mean by that?
Practice self-awareness.
Yep.
So know yourself. So like know your strengths, know your weaknesses. If you somebody takes a lot of breaks, know like going to the field. Hey, I shouldn't go to the store today because I know it's gonna mess up my mental health.
And that's okay, that's cool. But when we think about mental, we wanna understand our mental process, right? That's what mentally tough, because that's the key word, right? Yeah, I know I take breaks, stuff like that. That's real like mechanical technique stuff, taking less breaks, more LOA. But when we talk about knowing yourself, practice self-awareness, is monitoring your thoughts, right? Monitor them. We know the type of thoughts we be thinking because we're thinking them, it's in our head. But the thing what you want to start doing is monitoring, right? You want to separate the negative thoughts away from the positive thoughts. That's what you do. Because once you start understanding, like Carl said, understanding yourself, but understanding your mental process, right? When you start understanding that, that leads to more self-control. All right? Once you understand how your mind works, you can be able to control it better. Okay?
Juice.
Then the third thing you want to do, you want to nurture a positive attitude. Micaiah, what do you think I mean by that?
So yeah, you want to pretty much like, what's the word? Like not like safeguard, but also keep a positive attitude, like making sure you keep that consistently.
Okay, Thea, I like safeguard.
Basically, when you're in the field, you just don't want nothing to throw you off. Cause you feel me? You want to be like mentally tough to know that ain't no words, nothing can break me. You feel me? Nothing nobody saying, nobody do can break what I'm doing and stop my money from flowing into my pocket.
Terrell.
Alright, nurture a positive attitude. When I hear the word nurture, I think of like a little infant baby, right? Just protecting their positive attitude as you would like a nice infant little baby, right? Not letting nothing happen to them.
Okay, that's all on the right track, right? So what mentally tough salespeople do, the habit that they have to nurture their positive attitude, they're looking above their current circumstances. All right, they're looking above it. So that means if I'm on the field, things are not going my way. It's raining. A supplier was here yesterday. Everyone is not trying to sign up. We're in an area full of caps and CRP. What I'm doing is I'm looking above the circumstances. That's what mentally tough people do, right? We're not going to dwell about the things that we can't control, right? I'm going to think about things when you practice in self-awareness. Now I'm going to start to think about things that I'm more so grateful for. So if I'm in an area where it's capped and it's a slow day, I only got one sale, I'm gonna think, well, damn, well, all the people that had cap, I found my one person who did have cap and CRP, right? You wanna start thinking about things that, you know, to be grateful for rather than thinking about the situation and the circumstances that you're in that you cannot control, okay? Because one thing about life, right, is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it, okay?
Juice, I like that.
Life, let me say that
Oh
one.
yeah, about to say that again.
I'm
So I
gonna say
get
it
that.
for you, Leader.
Thank you.
So life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it, okay?
Talk about the reaction.
It's life, that's why they call it life. Things is gonna happen all the time, unforeseen things is gonna happen all the time. We cannot control that. That's the small aspect of life. Everything about life is how we react to it, okay? It's 90% for a reason. So that means we have the control, we have the power to figure out how we're gonna react to the situation. Juice?
Juice.
Okay. The last tip I'm going to say is commit to learning regularly.
Well, that's juice. You gotta have an open mind to learn.
Knowledge is power.
That's how you be bad.
All right. Commit to learning regularly, right? You want to be coachable. mental tough people, they know to keep their mind stimulated, they're gonna learn something new, right? Because what it is, you always wanna be productive, right? Just like our day. If we have a lot more time on our hands, we kind of do bad and negative things, right? But if we always are busy, we stay focused and we're always on the right path, right?
Okay.
Think about the people that we know that always got time on their hands. We call them flowers because they always
Bush.
outside getting air. They ain't doing nothing,
Being
okay?
bad.
Why you think they're so available and so accessible to bad things? Because they have the time, right? When you don't have the time, you're focused, you're doing what you need to do. You're trying to look for time for other things, so you don't have time to just be doing other negative stuff that's not benefiting you, right? So mentally tough people, they're going to commit to learning regularly, right? Because you need to understand your mind is a muscle that needs constant exercise, okay?
Juice.
Your mind is a muscle that needs constant exercise, all right? So these are not mechanical, technical things. These are all mental things because on the field, our mindset is power, right? We're the only ones that's in control on how our day is going to be. Y'all already know how to make a sale. Y'all already know how to close a person. Y'all already know those things. So it's not about practicing the pitch over and over and over. It's not the pitch, it's you. That's it. It's really not. It is really not the territory. It's you.
It's the
It's
bum in the
not.
seat. It's the bum.
It's not, and I don't like the phrase "it's not the territory," it's the bum in the territory.
The bum.
Because we're not bums, right? But it is you. It's not a territory. It is definitely you.
It's always a bum in the
It's
territory.
definitely you.
I was a
Makaya,
bum.
you exceeded your quota in the cap territory, right? You did before.
Yeah.
Who exceeded their quota in the cap territory? It's not who exceeded
Kensington.
Ohio when somebody was just there the previous day and it wasn't empowered. It's really not the territory. It's not the pitch. It's not
the
your
bump.
leader. It's not the van. It's not empowered. It is you. Understand that. And once you come to terms with yourself and understand that, this will work and life will be so much better for you. Not with just empowered, just period. Okay. So today, that's what we're gonna do. And for the rest of the time that you're in this company, I think these are some things that you should make one of your habits to become a mentally tough person. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna bring it in and we're gonna close out on. No, we're not. We're gonna close out on relax and